Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world today. It's me, Tia Rogers, to take care of your health, save, invest, and grow your startup business mentor. Good morning, giving honor and praise to God for waking us up in our right mind, able bodied to go out here and do what we do every day. We're going to continue on with our lesson. As you know, we are on a topic of self improvement, financial literacy, and the journey of life and business. This is essential. It's essential to ask oneself the right questions. So, we're going to break it down as far as mindset and asking the right question, right? The key to growth in both personal and professional spheres often lies in the questions we ask ourselves. These questions can guide our focus and determine the direction of our growth. For instance, instead of asking, why does this happen to me? A more empowering question might be, what can I learn from this experience? Um, when it comes down to external validation and managing other opinions, it's important to recognize that seeking external validation, especially concerning others' opinions of us, can be a limiting factor in our growth. True empowerment comes from within understanding that your value and worth are not contingent on others' perceptions. And if you joined us this morning on our Facebook Live, I dwelled a little bit deeper into all of that, um, because what others think of you is none of your business. What you think about you is your business. Um, we also talked about the relationship to money and the idea that we need more money means that having more money doesn't necessarily resolve underlying issues or lead to happiness. It's more about having a healthy relationship with money, understanding its role in your life, and using it as a tool to achieve your goals and support your values. And this morning I shared how money causes me a lot of anxiety. Um, and I'm exploring those issues around money and why it gives me anxiety. One thing for sure, I've been on this journey since 2016. And since 2016, I have been investing in myself as well as others that have the tools that I need to help me put my life together, so to speak. The tools and the skills and the knowledge that these individuals have and hold, they align with my goals as well as they support my values. And I don't regret not one moment of the investment, because I think the older I get, the more I am looking to see how I can put my money to work for me versus the things that I can buy with my money. Being a grandma and wanting to be able to create some type of um, foundation support for my family, should I leave here, is very important to me as to where each dollar is going and how it is being directed, and is it growing for me? Is it benefiting me, or am I just purchasing things that, just to have things? That that's not the part of the game in this part of the journey. So, in context of journey of self improvement and financial literacy, self improvement and financial literacy are intertwined. As you enhance your understanding of finances, you also grow in your ability to make informed decisions that align with your life goals. As it pertains to exploring freedom and responsibility, we all know freedom is not free. Freedom is paid with a price. There are many leaders, like we're in the month of January, so Dr. Martin Luther King is who we are celebrating this month. And he paid a pretty hefty price for us to enjoy some of the liberties that we enjoy today. So, freedom, especially in the context of financial independence, brings its own set of responsibilities. It's about making choices that not only serve your immediate needs, but also align with your long term goals and values. And we go over the importance of setting short term goals that run into your long term goals that's going to overall improve the quality of your life. And who really matters along the journey, right? You got to identify who matters in your journey because this is crucial. This includes people who support and challenge and inspire you to become the best you that you can be. Their influence can significantly impact your life and business decisions. As it pertains to life and business growth, an eccentric experience, growth in life and business often requires a balance of practical strategies and personal development. The experiences we encounter in both areas offer invaluable lessons that contribute to overall growth. When we look at it in the aspect of financial planning along with life and lifestyle planning, we need effective financial planning. However, it's not just about the accumulating wealth, but also about ensuring that your financial strategies support your desired lifestyle as well as your life goals. We talk about being your authentic self, not being afraid to show up as who you are, because I told you, you take you wherever you go. So you're going to show up. So show being your authentic self. Often the challenge is not just about discovering who we are, but also having the courage to be the person that we are. This authenticity is crucial in life as well as in business, as it leads to more genuine and fulfilling experiences. The journey of self improvement, financial literacy, and personal and professional growth is a complex is a complex but rewarding one. It's about asking the right questions, understanding the role of money, embracing freedom with responsibility, and being true to oneself. Each aspect plays a significant role in shaping a fulfilling life and successful business. I shared this morning how along this journey, I started this journey in 2016, and I didn't know what was the right questions to ask. I didn't know um, a lot when it came to stepping up and taking responsibility for my own life. So it required me to put myself in rooms and communities that provided me the space and the grace to grow, to be able to begin to start exploring the questions as they apply to my life, values, goals, morals, ethics, and principles in which I operate from. And today I'm very grateful for that because without it, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have gained the knowledge that I've gained along the way. And when you talk about self improvement, and as we continue this conversation, um, and how it benefits our life, and what's the process to getting started, to going towards the change you wish to see, the distractions in life that come along, life on life terms, the energy to keep going when it's not energy to keep going when it's not going well, right? Because life be lifing and we be living. But we want to live the best life. We want to live our best life, the best quality of life. And are we initiating and maintaining the changes that we say that we want for our lives. Because we're going to have to overcome a lot of obstacles in doing so. And as we are moving towards self-improvement in our personal lives as well as our professional lives, we have to make sure that there is an align that things are aligning for the efforts to really show up in our personal as well as our professional evolution, because as long as we're living, we're always going to be growing and changing. Nothing stays the same. And if you live long enough, you already know that nothing stays the same. What happened yesterday is not going on today. So how do we go about initiating change in our lives, right? We have to by recognizing the need for change. That's the first step. You got to be aware that, that they even say that in the 12-step program. Awareness is the key. First, you got to be aware that you got a problem, you know? So sometimes we are our problem. We have to remove ourselves out of the way in order for us to be able to absorb and really work through the process. So as you're recognizing the need for the change in your life, the process often begins with self-reflection, understanding what you want to change and why you want to change it. This could involve setting clear goals that are clear and precise, as well as achievable, that align with your values and the vision for your life or business. But here we talk about life business because I say it all the time. Your life is serious business and only you can live it. Nobody's coming to save you. No, there's no captain save them. You're going to be the one that's going to have to decide what's the path in which you want to go for your life and how you want your life. How can you improve the quality of your life? When you're getting started and maintaining the momentum of it, getting started can be hard because you got to digest a lot of things. You're going to have to really look at your life and assess it and see what parts do I want to keep and what parts do I want to set free. And the key to getting started and maintaining momentum is to break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps. This makes the process less daunting and allows you to track progress. Consistency is crucial, even in small actions as it builds over time. Now, how do we deal with life distractions and life changes? I shared with you all many of the changes that I've gone through. But the biggest change was the change of losing my son. Now, if that's not a distraction and a life change, I don't know what is. It's the same with as any other loss. Losing my parents was a big change for me. That was a big distraction, a big life change. But still in all, I had to still maintain and keep things together. I didn't have the option to pass the buck or put that responsibility on someone else. There was no one else to take that responsibility but me. So whether I wanted to be responsible or not, I had the obligation and the responsibility to be responsible. And distractions and unforeseen challenges are inevitable. It's important to develop resilience and flexibility. This might mean adjusting your strategies, but keeping your end goal in sight. Prioritizing tasks and managing time effectively can also help in staying focused. Energy is a big thing. Energy is real. There's frequencies. We feel it. We know if you're around someone that is high energy, high impact, they're uplifting, they're so excited and energetic that you start feeling energetic, even if you weren't feeling energetic. If you was feeling like, oh, well, this is me. By the time you had spend 5-10 minutes with this person, you notice that your spirits get lifted. you start feeling lighter. So how does energy and motivation during tough times really keep us going, right? Keeping the energy and motivation high during times and challenging times, tough times is challenging. We know that because our emotions fluctuate. 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down. Sometimes in the same minute, you're up and down. So it's hard to kind of gauge it, but you have to be in tune to how you're feeling, what's going on with you in your body. One way to sustain motivation is to remind yourself of the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why? The why behind your goals. Surrounding yourself with supportive people and engaging in activities that recharge you can also be beneficial. As you're resetting when things don't go as planned, because even the best plans can get soiled. And you know what they say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Because God's plan is better than your plan. But he'll let you plan. He gives you the choice to decide. But his plan is sometimes better than the plans that we have. But how do we go about resetting when things don't go as planned? When things don't go quite like we thought it should? Do we blow up? Do we get excited? Do we start blaming people? Or do you step up and take responsibility? When faced with setbacks, a reset might be necessary. And I shared that with you this morning on our Facebook Live, if you joined us there. I talked about how I was everywhere, probably messing up everything, just trying to build, implementing, learning, implementing, putting it in action. Because what you learn, if you do not put it into action, it's just like anything else. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So if you're not putting it into action, or making those mistakes, you'll never know. But we're now in a reset. You notice I'm not posting everywhere because we're in a reset. The whole everything has to go back in the box, get realigned, and get refocused as to where we're going. What is it that we want to do? And how are we going to take what we're doing and leverage and scale it to make it viable, to even where if I wasn't here, someone else could do exactly what I'm doing without me being there, right? So this could mean taking a step back to reassess your strategies, learning from what didn't work, and being open to new approaches. It's also a time to practice self-compassion and patience. Allow yourself grace to grow. We're not bots, although I love AI in a weird way. But AI helps me to take the emotions out. I'm a very emotional person. My emotions show up. And I don't think that it's fair to puke all my emotions on everyone else. Not all the time, anyway. Sometimes they come out. There's nothing I can do about that. But taking the time to reassess the strategies and learning from what didn't work and being open to new approaches and practicing that compassion and patience, knowing that you are on your way. It doesn't mean that you halted everything. It doesn't mean that everything that stops, it stops right there, because it doesn't. It's still continuing. But you have to allow yourself that time to soak it all in and refill your cup. First of all, refill your cup. See where you can improve. And this is where the algebra of life success comes in at. Because if life and success were an equation, it would involve variables like effort, persistence, learning, and adaptability. Understanding that this equation is dynamic and evolves over time is crucial. What worked at one stage of your life or business may need adjustments as you evolve. Those limiting beliefs and mindsets. You gotta, by identifying and challenging the limiting beliefs is essential. These beliefs can be unconsciously holding you back. Replacing them from empowering beliefs that align with your goals and aspirations can significantly impact your journey. When you're talking about your life achievements and your personal fulfillment, achieving your goals is not just about the external success, but also about how it makes you feel. Does it bring you closer to being the best version of yourself? Fulfillment comes from achievements that resonate with your personal values and contributes to your sense of purpose. The journey of change in life and business is an ongoing process of self-awareness, goal setting, overcoming challenges, and evolving with the experiences. It involves a delicate balance of being focused yet flexible, driven yet patient and ambitious, yet grounded in one's core values and purpose. Because we talk about your values, right? Your values, your purpose, your morals. When you talk about thought leaders, coaches like Peter Sage, Dr. John DeMartini, Brian Walsh, Sharon Lecter, Sean Rais, Lauren Harris, they can create a comprehensive view of personal as well as professional growth. Their teachings, combined with the concept of it, takes a village. The teachings combined with the concept that we always say, it takes a village to raise a child, offers valuable perspective on continuous development throughout life, because we were once children and now we're adults, but we're adults that could still benefit from having thought leadership in our lives to help us process where we are, where it is that we want to go, and give us some tips and tools and strategies to help us get on the pathway of it, right? But you have to have open mind. You got to be open to it. First of all, you have to be aware that you want change in your life, right? Something is going on that's pointing out that you need to change some things. And that's usually when you begin to start seeking it. Or something happens that hurts so bad that you don't have no other choice. It just throws you right into change. So lifelong learning and growth, the idea that the support of a village ends when one becomes an adult is a limited view. In reality, the need for support, guidance, and community extends throughout one's life. This is especially true in the journey of personal and professional development. Just as a child relies on a village, adults benefit from a network of mentors, coaches, as well as your peers. When you're talking about taking action steps and courses of engagement in your life, when you're learning from top coaches and leaders through courses, that's valuable. But the key lies in engagement and the action steps that you take. Are you engaging when you're in the course? Are you taking action when the course is over? Simply taking a course without applying its lessons is unlikely to yield significant change. Active participation, implementation of strategies, and consistent practices are what drives real transformation. The importance of mindset in the journey. When I tell you protect your mind, protect your peace, I mean it, because that's how important it is. Everyone is not on the same growth journey as you. Everyone's goals and aspirations are not the same as yours. And no one has the right to deter you from your dream. Only if you allow them to. So, the journey of growth starts with your mindset. First of all, you have to overcome those internal barriers, which is often the most challenging part, because what's inside of you is going to come out of you. And this is where coaches and leaders who focus on mindset help individuals recognize and break free from limiting beliefs, enabling them to take more effective actions towards their goals. Education and limiting beliefs. How does that work together, right? Through continuous education, both formal as well as informal, is crucial in life as well as business. It's important not to limit oneself to traditional notations of education. Lifelong learning encompasses a variety of experiences and knowledge sources. It's the key to ongoing growth. I tell you all the time, I'm a student of life, because every day that I wake up, I learn something new. And it doesn't matter the age of the person neither, because you can learn from just about anyone, young or old. And the old can learn from the young, and the young can learn from the old. At least that's been my experience of my journey. When you talk about self, in the idea, in the context as it being your biggest blocker, I want you to recognize that you are often your own biggest blocker. And this is a crucial insight. Self-awareness is the first step towards overcoming this. It involves understanding your fears, motivations, and biases, because we all have them, and learning how to navigate them as we are going through our process of growth and navigating towards our dreams and aspirations. You'll hear me talk about KPI, and we know that KPI means what? Key performance indicators. And when you take the key performance indicators, and then you look at the golden ratio of that 1.6181 concept, the concept of the key performance indicators aligned with the golden ratio suggests a harmonious and effective approach to setting and achieving goals. It's about finding the right balance in your strategies, ensuring they are both effective and sustainable. When you're on a journey of transformation, it's an emotional. And the phrase, how you come is not how you leave. Because who I was when I started this journey is not who I am now. And I know when I can imagine myself 10, 20 years from now, I know I'm not going to be the person that I am right now. I can't wait to meet her. So when you say how you come is not how you leave, it encapsulates the essence of personal as well as professional growth. The journey is transformative. The experiences, learning, and challenges you encounter, they change you, ideally leading to a better, more fulfilled version of yourself. So the journey of self and business mastery is a lifelong process. It involves continuous learning, active participation in growth opportunities, overcoming internal barriers, and leveraging the support of a community or village. It's about recognizing that change is constant and your approach to growth should evolve as you do. As we delve deeper into the intertwining aspects of priorities, personal values, self-identification, and wealth building, and how these influence both life as well as business, we have to look at the priorities in life as well as the priorities in our business. And prioritizing effectively in life and business is often a reflection of who you are as a person. It involves aligning your daily actions with your core values and long-term goals. This alignment ensures that your efforts are not just productive, but also personally fulfilling and meaningful. Personal values and their influence. Your values are the compass that guides your decisions and actions. In business, these values can shape your company's culture, the brand identity, and operational approach. In your personal life, they influence your relationships, the lifestyle choices that you make, as well as the personal development paths that you're going to choose. Subordination and its importance. Subordination, or the act of supporting a higher purpose or cause, can greatly impact both your life as well as your business. It's about aligning your actions with a greater good, which can bring a sense of fulfillment and drive. This could be in the form of corporate social responsibilities in business or personal commitments to community service. But it's going to require you identifying one's true self. As you're discovering and working from your true self, that's crucial. It involves introspection, honesty, and sometimes allowing yourself to be vulnerable. When your actions and decisions stem from an authentic place, they tend to be more impactful and sustainable. Have you ever fantasized about your wealth building? We all do it. As kids, we do it, right? Kids, we say, what do we say? When I grow up, I'm going to have a husband. I'm going to live in a big white house with the white picket fence. I'm going to have me a Mercedes Benz. And we're going to travel all over the world and everything. And I'm going to be a doctor, nurse, a lawyer, whatever it is that your career choice is. Most children have real grandiose ideas about who it is that they want to become when they get older. And somewhere along the journey, as adults, we lose that. But I encourage you to take a moment and fantasize about your life a little bit. Fantasize about the wealth building principles that you're utilizing and implementing in your life right now. Did you know it's natural to fantasize about building wealth? But it's most important to understand the pros and the cons about wealth. And on the positive side, it can be a strong motivator for innovation and hard work. However, if managed well, this pursuit can lead to undue stress or misalignment with personal values. So you want to make sure that you look at both sides of it, because when you fantasize about your wealth building, I want you to look at the steps that's going to take you to get to your goal. Whatever that goal is that you set when you talk about wealth, because in all actuality, your health is really your wealth. So if you are taking care of your body and you're doing everything that you need to do, the wealth will flow. It will just naturally flow because you're going to put yourself in alignment for it to come to you. When you're talking about getting to the root of your life needs, because life on life terms can be challenging and life can throw a lot of things at you from time to time that could kind of like really rock your world. So navigating your life maze involves understanding your deepest motivations, your deepest fears, as well as your deepest desires. It's about overcoming the underlying reasons for your aspirations and actions. This understanding is crucial for making choices that are truly in line with what you want from your life. But you got to get to the root of it, from the rooter to the tutor, right? I don't know why I just said that, but anyway, we talk about from the womb to the tomb. So from the moment that we're born, we're learning, we're evolving, and it doesn't stop until that day. But we never know what our day is, right? So until that day, what are you doing in that dash? Are you really looking at it? Are you understanding what's really motivating you? Are you really examining those fears and pulling them apart and breaking it down and removing them? And what are your desires? And are your desires in alignment with your values and principles and ethics to your life? We talk about engaging and reflecting and reviewing. This is something that we have to do throughout our life, or we should do it periodically. I do it. I like to see like where I am now, where I am there. I like to see. That's how I can gauge my growth. Sometimes I do it in 3 month act um, increments. Sometimes I do it in 6 months. Sometimes I can do it yearly, but I like to really stay on top of it. I like to stay within that 30, 60, 90-day range to kind of look at things. So you want to you want regular engagement and reflections, as this is going to be essential for your personal as well as your professional growth. A weekly review of your actions, decisions, and their outcomes can provide valuable insights. It helps in recalibrating your strategies and ensures that you are on track with your goals. This journey involves a blend of self-awareness, goal-oriented actions, reflection, as well as adaptation. It's about understanding that both life and business are dynamic, and so are you as an individual. Keep your values at the core. Embrace change and continuously align your actions with your true self, because these are the keys to navigating this complex yet rewarding path. When we look at this perspective of being on a shared journey in life and business, and how our self-perceptions and actions reflect our current state and future potential, we have to recognize that we are all on a shared journey in life, as well as in business. And it can foster a sense of community and mutual support. It's about understanding that while our paths may differ, our fundamental challenges and aspirations often align. This perspective encourages collaboration, empathy, and shared learning. Often, our growth is hindered not just by who we think we are, but by who we think we are not. Hold on. First bottle down for the day. Um, Where was I at? I needed to wet my whistle a little bit. Okay, so often our growth is hindered not just by who we think we are, but who we think we are not. And we talked about who do people think they're not, right? These self-imposed limitations can be rooted in past experiences, fear or failure, or even societal expectations. But we just talked about how other people's opinions of you is not your business, right? Your opinion of you is. It's important to challenge these perceptions as they can prevent us from exploring new opportunities and realizing our full potential. Denying or not acknowledging certain aspects of ourselves can be a significant obstacle in both personal as well as business development. This denial can manifest as reluctancy to change, an inability to see our own faults, or resistance to feedback. Acknowledging and embracing all parts of ourselves, including our flaws, is key to authentic growth. So I want to spend a little bit of time there when you're talking about resistance, because resistance shows up in a lot of different ways. Resistance can show up whether you're having a positive mindset and or a negative mindset. And how well do you accept? How well do you take constructional criticism? I'm not talking about somebody just breaking you down or being mean to you. I'm talking about somebody that has taken the time to spend with you, listen to you, and are watching your growth steps. And they come back to you and they provide you some constructional criticism of ways and how you can improve or become better. Are we always open to that? And do we accept it, and do we actually, how soon do we implement it? Well, I'm gonna be the first to tell you I'm honest. Constructional criticism, I'm open to. Depending upon how it's delivered, I may not accept it right away. I might have to go salt over there in the corner and marinate on that for a little bit. It might have to marinate on me for a little bit. I might even have to go and do it, take some more steps again to see that it's not working. And then boop, it comes back to you, right? You hear those words of wisdom that was given to you through constructional criticism. And I'm not talking about breaking you down or tearing you apart. I'm just talking about giving you advice that's going to help you along your life. Because you have to be honest with yourself. Are you open to it? Some people don't want nobody telling them nothing about their life because they got this. Those kind of people I tend to stay away from. I like to stay open because I know I don't know everything. And the more I learn, the more I know I don't know everything. So this is why it's important to stay within the communities where growth and learning and empowerment is going on. Because I know when I'm in those communities, that's that they're sprinkling around, those words, the wisdom, the skills, the tools, the strategies. Now, am I going to be able to walk away with everything? No. But am I going to be able to walk away with what I can actually start implementing in that time frame, in that moment? Yes. And that's why I keep going back, because it's so much. I be missing stuff. And then when I go back, I catch what I missed the last time. It becomes clear. I have a better understanding. And then because I implemented it and put it in action, now it's all starting to make sense. Like, okay, I get it. So I just wanted to ask that question because I know that I suffer from that. So I know I'm not alone in doing so. When it comes to opening yourself for constructional criticism, being open to it, and I share with you how I don't always accept it right away, right? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depends. But what is the impact on denial? What is the impact of denial on our growth? If we cannot open our eyes to see, or we refuse to see, or we continue on the path, it may lead to a path of destruction. We may not be able to catch ourselves and change certain habits and ways and things about ourselves that is not adding to our life. So when you're looking at denying or not acknowledging certain aspects of ourselves, it can be a significant obstacle in both our personal as well as business development. This denial can manifest as reluctance to change, inability to see our own faults, or resistance to feedback. Acknowledging and embracing all parts of ourselves, including our flaws. This is the key to our authentic growth, because you got to be able to see the good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, because we're not perfect. If we were perfect, I think we would be God. And although God created us in his own image, and he allows us certain decisions and wisdoms and powers to do certain things, we're still human. So that means that we still have room for error. We still have room for growth. We still will make mistakes, but we don't have to live in those mistakes. We don't have to stay in the errors, and we don't have to stay in denial. It's a choice to open your eyes, but it's a lot of work internally to deal with the things about us that we don't want to deal with, or even life. It does, some things happen in life that you don't want to deal with, just like I shared this morning. I'm a part of a group that I don't want to be a part of, but I'm a part of that group. I'm just as much a part of that group and impacted by everybody in that group for the same reason. But I can't be in denial about it. So as I'm grappling to get over the disbelief and the numbness of the altering life change, so are many others. And I'm grateful to be able to walk alongside with some of those that are at least starting to test the waters, to begin to pull themselves up out of that dark pit. Because it's a pretty dark pit. You got to always reach up and find the light. While almost everyone has areas in their life they wish to improve, the willingness to actively work towards that improvement, it varies. And recognizing the gap between desire and action is crucial. It's one thing to aspire to be better. It's another to take consistent steps towards that improvement. The belief that success will just show up tomorrow without effort is a common trap. Success in life and business is usually the result of sustained effort, learning, and adaptation. Selling yourself as a dream without a realistic plan or commitment to action is often setting up for disappointment. Your current state in life and business is a direct reflection of your actions, decisions, and the mindset up to this point. This reflection provides valuable insights into your strengths, weaknesses, and areas needing change. It's a starting point for growth. Understanding that you are the primary agent of change in your life and business is empowering. It involves taking responsibility for your current state and actively working towards the future you envision. This means setting clear goals, developing actionable plans, and being open to learning and adapting along the way. Recognizing that we are part of a shared journey in life and business encourages a supportive and empathetic approach to growth. It's about understanding and challenging our self-perceptions, embracing the process of continuous improvement, and taking active responsibility for our development. This journey is not just about achieving external success, but also about evolving as individuals in alignment with our deepest values and aspirations. When we look at these themes that we've discussed about personal and professional growth, mindset, and overcoming limitations, discovering your purpose is often about understanding what drives you at your core. It's the why behind your actions and goals. This can be related to your passions, your skills, and the impact you want to make in the world. It's a combination of what brings you joy, what you're good at, and what others need from you. Purpose is a powerful motivator for personal growth. It gives direction and meaning to your efforts, making challenges more bearable and success more fulfilling. When your actions align with your purpose, they tend to be more impactful as well as rewarding. In business, having a clear purpose can guide your decisions, shape your company culture, and influence how you interact with customers as well as the community. Businesses with a strong sense of purpose often find better engagement with their audience and more meaningful success. This is often a journey of introspection and exploration. It involves trying new things, reflecting on your experiences, and paying attention to what feels meaningful as well as fulfilling. It's also about asking yourself, what problems you're passionate about solving, and how you can use your unique skills and experience to contribute. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to align your daily life and actions with it. This might involve setting goals, making career choices, or even changing your lifestyle to ensure that what you do day to day resonates with your deeper purpose. Knowing your purpose can also help you in overcoming challenges and obstacles when faced with difficulties. Reminding yourself of the bigger picture and the reasons behind your goals can provide the strength and perspective needed to preserve. It's important to recognize that your purpose can evolve over time as you grow and gain new experiences. Your understanding of what's important to you might change. Being open to this evolution is part of the journey. Discovering and embracing your purpose is a transformative process that impacts every aspect of your life as well as your business. It provides clarity, motivation, and a sense of fulfillment, guiding you in making decisions that are not only successful, but also meaningful. It's a journey that requires self-exploration, continuous learning, and alignment of your actions with your deepest values and aspirations. So, how do you get your money working for you? Darren Winters taught us that this weekend. When you integrate the concepts of getting your money to work for you, as taught by Darren Winters, if you guys joined us this weekend for the Real Success Summit, and in other fields, it adds a crucial dimension to our exploration of purpose, personal growth, and business development. Fundamental to getting your money to work for you is understanding how to manage it effectively. This involves budgeting, saving, and investing wisely. It's not just about the amount of money you make, but more importantly, how you use it and grow it. Learning how to invest wisely is crucial. Darren Winters, for example, emphasizes the importance of understanding the stock market, different investment vehicles, and strategies for risk management. Investment can be a powerful tool for wealth creation, but it requires knowledge, patience, and discipline. Your investments should align with your personal values and long-term goals. This includes considering how your investment choices reflect your commitments, such as ethical investing or supporting industries that you believe in. Gaining financial literacy is vital. This includes understanding the basis of financial management, the principles of investing, and staying informed about economic trends and market behavior. Continuous education in these areas empowers you to make informed decisions. Another aspect of getting your money to work for you is diversifying your income streams. This could mean developing passive income sources, investing in different types of assets, or even starting a side business. Diversification can provide financial stability as well as reduce risk. Understanding the relationship between risk and reward is key when it comes to investments. Higher returns often come with higher risk. Assessing your risk tolerance and having a clear investment strategy that suits your goals and risk appetite is essential. Building wealth through investments is typically a long-term endeavor. It involves being patient, avoiding the temptation of short-term gains at the expense of long-term objectives, and staying the course, even during market fluctuations. The principles of getting your money to work for you are applicable in both personal finances and business. In business, it's about wise capital allocation, reinvesting profits for growth, and making strategic financial decisions that align with your business goals. Incorporating these financial principles into your life and business strategy is a crucial part of the journey. It's about understanding that financial well-being is intertwined with personal growth, professional success, and living a life aligned with your purpose and values. Being educated, strategic, and patient with your finances can significantly aid in achieving your broader life and business objectives. So I hope this information was helpful for you today, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank you again for your time, for joining us. And as we're exploring who we are, who do we want to be, where are we going in our lives, right? Because our lives are serious business and only we can live it. But if we can't make a decision, about where it is that we need to, how we need to go and move about in our life, and what are the best ways or things that we can take advantage of, the different opportunities that come along in life that will grant us a better quality of life, a more fulfilling, vital life to live, then we're just stuck where we are. And my job here is to make sure that nobody feels stuck. I want you to think about it. I want you to let this marinate on you. And I want you to really go back and do your assessment, see where you are, where it is that you need to go, where it is that you want to go, and what are the steps that you need to get there. And like I always say, oh, wait a minute, before I say that, today is Monday, right? Happy Monday. So what's today? Wealth Talk Session, Mondays, which takes place in our private Gain Financial Literacy and Winning Life group, and this evening at 7 p.m. So I hope to see you there. As well as, I want you to walk away with this. Just know that from the time you were conceived in your mother's womb, you were born with all that you needed to make your life a success. And when you're born, you have all that you need already to make your life a success. Sometimes we just have to tap into that power, because life has a way of kind of knocking you down, beating you up, things go wrong. But guess what? You can still win. You have to see yourself as a winner, because I do. I see you as a winner. Everybody around me wins. And I can honestly say that, because like they really are winning. It's all good. They really are. In whichever perspective. It doesn't mean that everybody's winning in money. They might be winning in being the best person that they can be. They might be winning in the area that they made a commitment to themselves and they're sticking to the daily actions to make it work. They could be winning in the sense that they made a commitment to improve the quality of their life and relationships, and that's what they're doing. And all that can in turn impact their income, their wealth. So when we talk about wealth, we got to put wealth in a perspective in which we understand it. Because it's not just going to pop up at you. You're not going to win it in the lottery, even though it happens. But without the proper money management or understanding of finances, you can win all the lotteries that you want. If you can't manage it, you're going to be right back at ground zero again, if you don't know what to do with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, take a chance on you, take a chance on life, and go out here and be your greater self. Nobody can be you but you. And know that your life is important, and it makes a difference in someone's life. Whether they tell you or not, you make a difference. You need to know that you make a difference. Continue your education, continue growing, learning, and healing. And as always, let's win in life and win in business and love what we do, because life be lifing and we be living. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful, blessed, amazing week this week. Go out here and crush your goals, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.